Hello, everyone across the world. How are you doing today? My name is Michelle Chiam, and I want to welcome everybody back to another amazing session of Michelle Chiam's Tarot. Now, today, this reading is going to take another direction, and it made me quite sad to see that the people that I'm getting ready to talk about are going through the situation. But this is the reality of a lot of men and women's situation that is happening across the world in today's society. Now, I'm getting ready to play a snippet of a song in which I believe is important within this reading. The sign that we're going to be dealing with is Libra in Uranus. Libra in Uranus. Look in your birth chart to see if you have Libra surrounding around the planet Uranus. Okay? And even if you're not a Libra or you don't have Libra in your chart, but you stumbled upon this video and you can relate to the messages that I'm speaking in this video, then this video is for you. Once again, my readings might be kind of long, but I have to get the message out. You know, I've been worrying in the last couple of days about the attention span of my subscribers who come to my videos and they watch my videos. And then I've been wondering, if they find what I'm speaking about to be very informative, very entertaining. But I'm not going to worry about that no more. I'm just going to speak what the divine creator and the universe has placed upon my heart. This reading has been rolling in my head all day long. The divine creator and universe like, do that reading, do that YouTube video, upload it, okay? And it's the reason why. I pray that after this reading that you find the healing that you need and you find the strength to do what you need in your life so that you can manifest the desires of your heart. Now, the song that I'm going to play is by Jason Lyric, spelled Jayson Lyric, Lyric. The title of the song is called Self Love, and it's featuring Navia. Maybe I said it wrong, but their name is spelled Nevaeh. Okay? It's called Self Love. I do not own the copyrights of this music, okay? Love myself. Yes, Libras and Uranus. That song is very important for this reading because there are a lot of you who do not love yourself right now. If you are in this particular situation I'm getting ready to talk about, and some of this of you not loving yourself is really not your fault, okay? Because you have went through certain things in your childhood, and your parents or the people who were older than you, who should have guided you and gave you the proper advice that you needed, as far as recognizing when someone loves you and when someone doesn't love you, and the signs of what that person would do in their actions to show you that they love you. They weren't there to guide you. And so you had to find out what love was and what love wasn't through life experiences. And sometimes we get in these relationships and we think that that person loves us and they don't, but we stay because we're hoping that they're going to change. And we also stay because sometimes our mentality is messed up. We think that something is love when it really is not love. Okay? We may think somebody is very verbally abusive towards us, but then they go and apologize to us. And one of the ways they apologize to us is they buy us a lot of materialistic things. They give us money. They take us to trips around the world. They love bombard us. What is love bombarding a person? It means that they just openly show you affection. And it be like too much. You know what I'm saying? They do it all at one time. And that's a form of manipulation. And it's also that they give you amazing sex. And it happens maybe for days and weeks just to manipulate you, because they want to put you in a position where they can use you, or they want to put you in a position where they can abuse you. And so they do that to get your mind programmed to make you believe the illusion that they love you when they really don't. Now, Libra and Uranus, some of you have experienced the devil and the Six of Cups as a child. And what is the devil and the Six of Cups? It is child abuse within the family. Some of you Libras and Uranus, you have been the victim of child abuse as a child. Or if you are not the one who has been abused as a child, you witnessed abuse through your parents or through the one who raised you as a child. And so, because the person or the people who raised you as a child did not get help for that abuse, or they did not break that generational curse, you grew up attracting people who were abusers. You grew up attracting people who were abused themselves. And so, because no one never taught them that abuse was wrong, and not just by telling you that abuse is wrong, but by living their life as if abuse was wrong, by cutting off anybody in their life that came and abused them, no matter which way they abused them, physically, verbally, mentally, spiritually, psychologically. It didn't matter which way they abused them, but that person did not show through their actions that abuse was wrong by cutting off that person and not tolerating anyone to come into their life to abuse them, because that abuser did not see that example. They grew up believing in their mind that abuse was okay. And so they began to live that lifestyle and become that person because they were not taught that abuse was wrong. They were taught that it was okay to abuse other people or for them to be in an abusive situation themselves. Okay? Many of you Libras and Uranus are worrying, you're nervous, and your anxiety is kicking up. And one of the reasons why you're nervous, you're worrying, and your anxiety is kicking up, because there are some Libras and Uranus who have manifested the high priestess in reverse. And they're in a relationship in where they are the high priestess in reverse. What is the high priestess in reverse, you may ask? It means that you, Libra and Uranus, are the mistress in this relationship that you are with your partner. And there is cheating involved. And you already know, because you know that the person that you're with has other lovers, or they have another lover on the side. Okay? But you are the mistress. So there are some of you Libras and Uranus who have wondered, are you the main one or are you the mistress? You are the mistress. You are not the main person in this man or woman's life. This even goes for a man as well. But Libras, you are really an empress. You're really an empress. And you're living beneath your potential. You're not having your self-worth high at this time. And you are a very sensual person. Okay? If you're a man, you are an emperor upright. You're a provider. You're a protector. You're loyal. You're financially stable. And there's so many characteristics of an emperor. And this is who you truly are. But you have gotten in a situation that is abusive and that involves cheating. Okay? Libra and Uranus, you wanted, and you still do want to manifest the Page of Pentacles upright. You wanted to manifest, and you want to manifest loyalty and faithfulness between you and this other person. Some of the spark and passion have went out of your relationship with this other person. There are some of you in where you wish that whatever you're experiencing right now with this other person, these issues were not serious, but they are very, very serious, and they need to be handled. You wanted to manifest, and you still want to manifest a hardworking and diligent person. You wanted these people to be patient, reliable, and steady, even though sometimes they're deeply absorbed in their work. And you wanted this love to be a stable love, a stable relationship. And some of you have been holding on to this current relationship because you desire these things, and you think and you keep fooling yourself to believe that this person is going to change when they're not, because they're not working on their shadow and toxic traits about themselves. And some of you are dealing with someone who is not even willing to admit that they're wrong and that they've done anything wrong. They're a narcissistic person. And so they blame everything on you, when really the issues that you're having in the relationship is not all your fault, it's their fault. A lot of you Libra and Uranuses are dealing with a King of Swords reverse. And like I said, you're in an abusive relationship. The King of Swords, which is your person, they're abusing their power. They're in a position of authority, but they're abusing their power. And what they're doing is they're using their status and intellect to seek the outcome that suits him best. They're not a nice person to have around. They are abusive with their power, and they seek to undermine you, Libra and Uranus. They seek to undermine you because you threaten their position of authority, and you also take control out of their hands. They love to always be the person that is in control of any given situation in their life. And so when they lose control, they become abusive. Not all of you are in a physically abusive relationship, but some of you are. Some of you are in a sexual abusive relationship. And because you are in this and you're in bondage sexually, a lot of you Libras and Uranuses are being affected health-wise. And you're also being affected financially in your businesses, in your career, or your job. Your business, career, and job, you're seeing a lack of growth. And you're seeing a lack of motivation. You're having a lack of motivation to put the work into making it a success. Libra and Uranus, you are stressing and you're having frustrations amongst your co-workers, amongst your bosses. And this is also regarding your personal life, surrounding the people around you, with your family, friends, and your lover. There's conflict between you and your colleagues and yourself. The people that are meant to be your partners are creating more headaches for you instead of helping you. Co-workers are more self-interested than working for the greater good. So you're working with people who are selfish and they're using you to get ahead in the corporate ladder. You're also in a relationship with a partner who is using you for their selfish reasons. And they're not in this relationship because they're in love with you or because they want to have a successful relationship. Some of them are in this relationship because they want to control you. They are insecure about themselves. So they abuse you so they can feel secure within themselves, so they can boost their ego. There is competitiveness in your jobs, in your career, and in your businesses. People are competing against you for resources and attention. Everyone around you that is competing with you in your job, business, and career, they want to be a star right now. And so that's why they're competing with you. They're competing with you because they want to be the star. But in reality, you are the star. But many of you are going through this on your jobs and in your careers or with your businesses or in your personal life because you are in an abusive situation that you should not be in. And so because you are in this abusive situation, things are falling apart for you in all other areas of your life. And like I said, you're having health problems. Some of you are dealing with health problems regarding your nervous system. Your sensory energy is off. Some of you, your health will improve and can improve once you get out of this abusive situation. Okay? And a lot of you don't need to think that you are a failure right now, because your health is going to improve. There is insecurity going on and a lack of irritability. Libra and Uranus, you're dealing with excessive anxiety about your health. You're obsessing about symptoms and illnesses. You're going to extremes of unhealthy lifestyle by overworking your body, and some of you are being just completely lazy. And you're not eating right or working out properly. Some of you are going through chronic illnesses, and you need a specialist, and you need to follow the treatment that the specialist is giving you. Some of you are having mental health illnesses, and some of you are going through these issues not because it's your fault, but because you are in a domestic violence situation. And because you are in this domestic violence situation, your partner physically abusing you is causing these mental health issues and issues that's going on with your health. And a lot of you are having anxiety and stressing because you have to keep looking over your shoulder and you have to keep tiptoeing because you don't know what's going to set the abuser off to abuse you. Okay? There are some of you Libras and Uranus who are going through a tower moment, which is personal. You're supposed to be going through transformation, but it's not happening right now. There are some of you Uranus and Libra who have a fear of change right now, who are avoiding change, and whose life is getting ready to have disaster after disaster happen, or who are already in the midst of disaster after disaster happening all around their life. You Libra and Uranus, you are dealing with fears, guilt, and shame. You're shameful because you're in this abusive relationship. You're fearful that you're going to lose your life in this abusive relationship. You're fearful of letting go of the abuser because of the simple fact you don't want to be alone. You don't want the abuser to move on to someone else because in your mind you think, well, if I let them go, they're going to move on to someone else and they're going to treat them better. When in reality, if the abuser doesn't get help, they're not going to treat that person better. They're going to do the same thing, but probably worse, to the next person. Right now, Libra and Uranus, you need to learn how to accept love. You need to learn to love yourself. And that's why I played that song. And one part of how you can love yourself is you have to go get help. You have to find, if you are in a place where the abuser can access you anytime, even if you're living in your own home where you pay bills and the abuser lives with you, you have to go put a police report out on them. You have to go put a domestic violence case out on them. You have to put a protective order in place if you don't want to leave your home. But if it's so bad where you fear for your life, you need to flee to a women's shelter. But you also need to get this protective order in place so that when this person does this to you, you can call the cops on them and have them arrested. And you need to stop having a fear, oh, well, if I get them in trouble, they're going to try to kill me or they're going to do worse to me. If you stay and do nothing, they're going to kill you. And they're going to do worse to you. And those of you who are in a abusive relationship and it hasn't even got physical, but it's just verbal abuse, mental abuse, the person is using you and they get so angry that they take their anger out on you by bullying you, I promise you 9 times out of 10 it's going to lead to physical domestic violence. And you're in danger. You need to let go while you can before it leads to that. Libra and Uranus, you have anxiety, you're overthinking things. You are feeling very guilty about what someone has done to you. What someone has done to you. You wish that you can make things better. You are very disappointed by someone that you feel stressed to even think about them. You are making an attempt to neutralize the disappointment that you have received from someone. But you can't neutralize an abuser. You can't make excuses for an abuser. You can't do the right things and say the right things to try to wake this abuser up and stop them from abusing you. Especially if this is all the abuser knows all their life. Especially if the abuser has been an abuser for a long time with multiple people from previous relationships. And they've gotten away with it. And if they've been abusing you for so long, you keep taking them back, breaking up, taking them back. And then they think it's okay. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do or say to turn the situation around. You have to walk away from this. Because if you don't, you're not going to manifest what you have been wanting to manifest. Like I said early on, many of you want to manifest a page of pentacles in a relationship. They are a loving person. They are loyal. They are faithful. They are a provider. They are a steady lover, a steady person. They're consistent with you through their actions. You want someone hardworking. You want them to be diligent. You want them to be patient with you. You want them to be a reliable person. You're not going to manifest this. You deserve so much more, Libra and Uranus. And I apologize that you're going through this situation. I believe that many of you are going to overcome these barriers and you will find success in your life when you do. But you have to get out of this abusive relationship. And you also have to heal love. Abuse is never okay. And abuse is not love no matter what it is. And I know many of you are afraid that you'll get killed. And you will if you stay. But if you are in an abusive relationship, you can't tell the abuser you want to leave. Because they're going to do whatever they can do to control you, to manipulate you. They may even turn into your king or queen just for a little while to manipulate you and make you think, oh, they're changing. Only to go back and abuse you even worse than what they did. And so I'm here to encourage you, Libra and Uranus. If you are in an abusive relationship, in which I know that you are, you need to leave. You need to make an escape plan. And you do not need to talk to anyone about your escape plan until you escape. And then once you escape and learn to love yourself, because you are worthy of love, Libra and Uranus. You are love. You are a gorgeous queen, a handsome king. You have so much to offer. Your self-worth and self-value is very high. And you're a very important person. And you deserve to have healthy love. But what you're going through right now is not healthy at all. And it doesn't matter if you grew up witnessing this. And this is also another form of trauma bonding. And one of the ways you can identify trauma bonding is because the person that you're with, they might be an abuser, but they experienced abuse in their childhood, teenage years, or adult years. Okay? And then you experienced the abuse too. Or you witnessed it. And then y'all come and stay in a toxic relationship or an abusive relationship because y'all are trauma bonding. That is something that you have in common. But trauma bonding is a situation where you'll never find healthy love. You'll never find healthy love. And Libra, you deserve so much more. You deserve so much more. And so this came out in the reading that some Libras and Uranus are going through some type of abuse. And they're going through this abuse being a mistress in a relationship that they're currently in. They're not the main woman, no matter what they convince themselves, no matter what their partner is telling them that they're the main one, they're not. And they're being abused sexually. They're in a sexual bondage relationship in which they're having painful sex sometimes. And then also in which the person that they're with is the dominant person, and the Libra in Uranus is being a submissive person sexually and also in the relationship, but the dominant person doesn't deserve the Libra in Uranus being submissive. They don't deserve it because they are not treating the Libra in Uranus with respect and love and loyalty the way that Libra in Uranus deserves to be. And some of you Libra and Uranus are the abuser in this situation. And you have a mistress on the side. And this is why you're not blessed. And this is why your businesses are not soaring and expanding. This is why you're having financial troubles. This is why you're sick in your body. Your health is deteriorating or you're having health issues. This is why you're experiencing anxiety. And some of you are in a secret relationship and you stress out so bad because you don't want the other third party to find out about what you're going through. But I'm here to tell you what's in the dark is going to come to the light. And so Libra and Uranus, you have to learn to love yourself. You have to learn to love yourself. And that is very important in order to manifest anything that you want in your life, to manifest the desires of your heart. You have to have high self-confidence in yourself. And how do you gain high self-confidence in yourself? You learn to love yourself. You learn to say positive affirmations on a daily basis when you pray and meditate to get rid of all that negative feedback that others have given you over the years. All the negative criticism that you feed yourself. You're not a failure. Some of you think you're a failure. You're not a failure. You are an empress or an emperor. But if you stay in this abusive relationship, you're never going to have that person, the abuser, love you the way you need to be loved. They don't know how to love you. Because one thing, they think the abuse is love. Even though they know in their mind, their subconscious is not love. And they love controlling you. They love how submissive you are to them. Even though they're not what they should be to you. They want you to be everything to them, like they want you to do wifey duties or husband duties, and they can't even be a man or a woman in this relationship. And so, like I said, great things is coming for you, Libra and Uranus, but only when you get out of this abusive relationship. Okay? I am done with this reading. I pray that this reading has blessed you and has opened up your eyes to a lot of things. If you want a personal reading, my information of how to contact me is in the description box below. I apologize, this reading is so long, but I needed to get these messages across. And Libra, this is the season where you need to learn to love yourself. I'm doing a self-healing journey. Like I said, I'm working with someone in Africa, Nairobi, Kenya, Africa. And we're both going on our self-healing journey together. And so I want to help you to be able to heal. I want to be able to help you if you are in an abusive relationship, to tell you what you need to do step by step so you can protect yourself. Even if you're afraid to go into a woman's shelter, I can help you to tell you what you need to do to protect yourself from this abuser and to help you to get out of an abusive relationship. You want help? I'm here. You have angels all around you protecting you and loving you, Libra and Uranus. And some of you are not even going through this, but have went through this in the past. And now you're attracting the wrong people in your life, and you haven't even attracted your forever person. But the reason why you haven't attracted your forever person because you've been through this situation as a child or as an adult and you haven't healed from it. You just swept it under the rug. And so you're either alone or you're in messed up relationships and wondering, dang, I'm waiting for the love of my life. I see so many couples. They're so happy. Why that can't be me? Why am I always alone? Because you have not healed completely. And you have not faced your childhood trauma, your adult trauma, your teenage trauma. The abuse that you have experienced. And just because you have been through abuse does not mean that you're going to always go through that. Or that's just who you are. I love you, Libra and Uranus. And you can make it through this situation. You will make it out of this abusive situation. And I could tell you from personal experience, I've been in abusive situations and I made them out. But I faced the red flags. And sometimes I stayed and I ignored the red flags and it got worse. Don't be another me. Please. I made it out. And so can you.
They hate to see it. We love to see it. You continue to set the bar, they underneath it. Always bet on yourself and best believe it. If you ever fold, I'm here to iron out the creases, just preheat it. Self-hate, we must unteach it. I'm talking standards so high they can never reach it. A lot of broken promises from broken people. I bet them half-naked hoes never feel completed, just conceited. For no fucking reason. Something got you glowing, I can't put my finger on it. God took his time on you, had to linger on it. You the housewife type, put a ring on it. I'm happy for you, you practically royal. The queen bee, they Chanel, yeah. You might love the streets, but they'll never love you back. Love yourself, every love story needs a climax. She said,
I ain't tryna be stubborn, but I could use some self-love. Ain't gotta say nothing. They already know how I'm coming. I've been working on me. I've been loving on me. I had to learn to love myself. And no, I don't mind no help. I'd rather do it myself. No, I don't mind
We all gotta learn to love ourselves, Libra. We all gotta learn to love ourselves. And until you learn how to love yourself, you would never be able to attract a healthy relationship or be whole in all areas of your life. You deserve love. You are love. You don't deserve no one mistreating you at all. No matter what. I love you, Libra and Uranus. And remember that I'm always here supporting and praying for you. You can do it. If I did it, you can do it. And if nobody else believes you, I believe in you. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, Libra and Uranus, you stay blessed and highly favored. Remember, you're a gorgeous queen and a handsome king. Hold your head up high and be proud of who you are. Don't let the next person's negative words and negative actions validate who you are as a man or a woman. You validate who you are as a man or a woman. You're strong, you're powerful, and you're mighty. You're creative, you're inspiring, and you're motivating, and you're captivating. I love you. Until next time, stay blessed and highly favored.